What's up, guys? It's your boy Hotshot. Alright, so I am disgusted. Totally disgusted in these people that I'm getting ready to talk about. So, Randolph, New Hampshire. Authorities on Saturday identified the driver of a truck that crashed into and killed several motorcyclists as Vladimir. I don't even know. I'll put it in here. I'll put it right here. This is the guy, 23, of West Springfield, Massachusetts. The crash happened around 6:30 p.m. Friday on Route 2 in Randolph, New Hampshire, and involved victims affiliated with Jarheads MC, a motorcycle club made up of U.S. Marine Corps veterans and their spouses. Coos County Attorney John McCormick said the driver was driving a black 2016 Dodge 2500 pickup truck with an attached trailer designed for carrying cars. He was traveling west and the motorcycles were traveling east. McCormick said that there had been no arrests, but that the investigation will encompass the driver, his conduct, and the company he works for, Westfield Transport of Springfield. Someone who answered the phone at the business Saturday but declined to give a name said the company is cooperating with the investigation, the Associated Press reported. Officials said because this is the beginning of a complex investigation, they could not release many details, including whether drugs or alcohol had been factors in the crash. New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu, however, offered condolences to the families of the victims and asked that their media respect their privacy as they grieve. Yesterday's tragedy has clearly struck our state and our citizens in a very serious way. Asked if the incident might lead to New Hampshire enacting a helmet requirement for motorcycles, Sununu said he didn't see any movement on that. There's no evidence given the horrific significance of what happened, whether it was helmet or no helmet was going to provide for survivability. A total of 10 motorcyclists were involved in the collision, said New Hampshire State Police. 7 of the motorcyclists were killed and 3 were injured. One of the injured was taken by helicopter to an out-of-state hospital with injuries officials described as significant. Wagner said to other people, he's the cop, said the other 2 injured people were taken to area hospitals and have been released. This is certainly described by investigators as one of the worst investigations they have ever completed, Wagner said. Deputy Attorney General Jane Young said the names of those killed would not be released today. She said they names, supposed to be their names, will be released at the same time, not piecemeal. Officials plan another news conference Sunday in the Concord area. In the meantime, officers asked members of the police to come forward with video of the photos of the crash or information about what the truck was doing prior to the collision. People can contact state police, and then it gives their number. Now, alright, so that's gruesome. That's disgusting. Is it an accident? Okay? So now, I go and I look up Westfield Transport, Inc. out of West Springfield, Massachusetts. Okay? They have 5 power units and 5 drivers. Okay? So, their numbers, they have 36 vehicle inspections, 6 out of service, and it's 16.7%. The national average for 2009 to 2010 is 20.72%, right? Now, the driver, there is 48 driver inspections, 10 out of service. 20.8%. And that same national average for the driver, 5.51%. Now here's where it gets ugly. I'm going to read off some violations. Operating a CMV without a CDL. No medical certificate in driver's possession. Operating a property carrying vehicle without possession of a medical certificate. So that was twice. Operating a vehicle with improper CDL group. Another license for. Driver cannot read or speak the English language significantly enough to respond to official inquiries. Driving a CMV while disqualified, suspended for safety-related or unknown reasons and in the state of driver's license issuance. So that's just a couple of his driver issues, okay? Now let's talk about the truck issues. Hold on a second. Alright, so inoperable defective brakes, connections with leaks or constrictions, windshield obstructive. That could be BS. Okay, that don't even matter. Well, it does, but it doesn't. Tire ply or belt material exposed. Tire tread and or sidewall separation. Inoperable headlamps. Inoperable tail lamps. Operating a CMV without proof of a periodic inspection. Inspection, repair, and maintenance of parts and accessories. These are all separate. Here's another one. Brakes out of service. The number of defective brakes is equal to or greater than 20% of the service brakes on the vehicle. Okay, and then he had an oil and grease leak. Now, there's more. No or defective lighting devices or reflective material is required. Tire, other tread depth less than 2/32 of an inch measured in a major tread group. No/insufficient warning devices. Inoperable turn signals. Stoplight violations. Inadequate brake systems on a CMV. No or defective parking brake systems on CMV. No/improper breakaway or emergency braking. Brake hose or tubing chafing and or kinking. Brake connections with leaks or constrictions. But there's more. Inoperable required lamp. No discharge/unsecured fire extinguisher. No or defective lighting devices or reflective materials required. Tire, says other tread depth less than 2/32. Okay? Here's some driver stuff. Driver failing to maintain ELD user's manual. ELD, no record of duty status. He wasn't even running an ELD. Driver failing to maintain ELD instruction sheet. False report of driver's record of duty status. Driver failed to have on board a CMV a sufficient supply of blank records of duty. He didn't have his paper logs. Driver failed to maintain instruction sheet for ELD malfunction. Driver failed to maintain supply of blank driver's, paper logs. Here's another one. Oh no, this was the same that I already did, I think. No. But it's the same inspection, or same violations over and over. You got more. ELD, no record of duty status. Driver failing to maintain the sheet. You know what, this is the same, I'm sorry. But there is another one down here. No record of duty status when one is required. Another no ELD. Okay? Failure, and now this is the this safety violations, driver safety. Failure to maintain lane, speeding 6 to 10 miles per hour over the speed limit, speeding 11 to 14 miles per hour over the speed limit, failure to obey traffic control device, a red light or a stop sign, I guess, unlawfully parking and or leaving the vehicle in the roadway, unauthorized passenger on board CMV. Okay? And now it comes back to another thing that I had. So now, they were not all this driver's violations. They are company-wide violations. So, you guys need to realize, just because you're in a pickup truck, just because you're a hotshot, does not mean that we're not as serious and professional as these guys in these big trucks. And it's going to come to where you need to have a CDL or you can't even get in the business. It's going to get ugly. We have stuff like this going on. We have rollovers going on. Come on, guys. Be more picky about who you put in the trucks. Understand, that you got to make money. And, I have no problem with the Russians and whoever doing what they're doing, if they're making money correctly. But there is so many guys that get into this business and then they're not making what they want to make, or they're making decent money, and then they'll put any hoo-hoo in the truck. It's got to stop. And if you guys getting started in this business, it's not a game. Everybody says, I want to get in the game. This ain't a game. This is a business. You're either professional, you're either making money, or you're going to kill somebody. 7 men or women, it didn't say, lost their lives. This company, in my opinion, should not be operating. When you have those violations over and over and over, and now some of those are BS violations, but no ELD, you can't read English. If they can't respond to an officer, how are they reading the signs? How do they have a United States driver's license? Or do they? Or are they on an international? We don't know. I'm just asking questions. So, this is not all the company's fault. This is not all the driver's fault, because we don't know the truth. We know the truth. We don't know the whole story. This is not all the government's fault or the United States' fault. Well, I'm going to tell you what. It's everybody's fault. Everybody's fault. The problem in the industry right now is there has been so many people starting their DOT numbers, starting their new authority, that the FMCSA is behind on the audits. Like, I got mine at almost 18 months. Now, I know guys that are getting them sooner now. But this ain't a game, guys. When you're out here with a 65-foot rig, pay attention. Put the phone down. Focus. Don't be making don't be doing stupid stuff going down the road. And I know I make videos going down the road. You're over here, I'm here, 90% of the time I don't look at you. It's cool. You're not up here in my window making a video. It takes 2 seconds to kill 7 people. And this truck caught on fire and this and that, and I don't know what happened. But I know it's a 2-car trailer with a Dodge Ram. That's what I know. It's not a joke, guys. It's not a joke. And I don't know if you guys can see this, but there it is. This is the rig right here. This guy here, he's not hurt. Matter of fact, he won't even answer the phone for his boss, is what his boss is saying. So, I don't remember the exact date of that Colorado massacre, is what I call it. Now we have a New Hampshire massacre. What's the common denominator here? Companies with a lot of violations, drivers couldn't speak English, and it's, I don't know what happened, and I'm not going to say what happened. It's not because the guy can't speak English. It's not because he don't have a CDL. It's not none of that. I don't know why it is. But with all those violations, that company should not be operating, in my opinion. And they are changing the CSA point system. They're changing it. From what I understand, it's going to be more lenient. So they're going to make it more lenient. And people are getting killed every day. Every day these accidents happen. How many rollovers with wedges do you see? And now people are going to say, oh, wedges are unsafe, right? And I'm not freaking Superman. Right there. It's been in the back of this truck for 3 years. 2.5 years there's been a wedge on the back of this truck. You know why? Because I pay attention. Because I take my maintenance serious. I take my job serious. I take my business serious. I don't run around with a truck that's got issues and get ready to fall apart. No, I'm getting ready to sit in Wisconsin and wait on my wife to overnight me parts delivered to my house because I'm not comfortable driving my truck. It's not all about money, guys. Whew, I'm so fired up. I'm sorry you guys don't see me this way, but I can't believe it. The industry is going haywire. And we're not making I'm not going to say we're not making no money. Rates are in the toilet. Guys are taking cheap freight. Guys are running nuts. I mean, it's just crazy. It's just nuts. Nuts. You know? This is uncalled for, guys. Take it serious or get off the road. If you don't want to take it serious, don't start the business. Alright, guys, it's your boy Hotshot. Hope you understand. Please give your thoughts and prayers to the 7 families, probably hundreds of people that lost their loved ones. And these are Marines that fought for us to have our freedom, to be able to run our business the way we want to run our business. And what thanks do we give them? Plow into them. Was it purposely? I doubt it. Could it have been? Maybe. You know, and I don't say purposely as he said, oh, there's 10 motorcycles, let me hit them. That's what I mean by purposely. If you drove a truck knowing there's issues, you purposely hurt somebody. But, guys, stay on your equipment. Stay on your P's and Q's. Don't try to do this cheap. Don't try to do this the easy way. Do it the right way and make the money like the people that do it the right way. There's no need to be running around like a chicken with your head cut off and you can't stop for a minute because you've been running cheap freight. No. There is so much freight. Let me show you something. People tell me all the time, Hotshot, there is no expense. Oh, this is what it looked like, guys. Could you imagine waking up, seeing your husband or wife's motorcycle like this on the newspaper. For once, let's start thinking about somebody else. So, real quick, I'm going to show you, this is off topic, but there's going to be another video on this, but I want to show you something. I want to show you something. And now, you freight guys, I don't know. I mean, I'm going to, maybe I can do some research on that side and try to help you, and, you know, but, hold on. So, let's do Wisconsin. So, I have my search. Neenah, Wisconsin, 100 miles to Northeast, Southeast, and Midwest. Now, if you want to chase paper, you want to chase money, do it the right way. Right here, I just pulled up 30 cars. 30 cars. Every one of them over 80 cents a mile. Okay? 8 times 3 is 24. By the time you're done at deadhead, you're at about $2.10 a mile. $2.10 a mile, $2 a mile, that's good money. Don't be running these 40 and 50 cent a mile cars. You don't need to pick them all up at one spot. When you've got to run around, when you're running around stressed, your mind is not in the game. That's not a game. You're in a game that ain't a game, if that makes sense. Your mind is not focused. When I'm running around stressed because all the bills are due and I ain't worked in too much, blah, blah, blah. I had a horrible week. Last week was horrible. You know, I had my health issues. I'll do another video maybe telling you guys what popped up last Monday. Then I had an alternator Tuesday. Had a BS inspection on Wednesday. Had another alternator on Thursday. And today's Saturday, and I'm finally making some more money. So guys, please, thoughts, prayers, condolences, go to the 7 that's injured. All right? Be safe out there. Stay professional. Don't just think about yourself. All right? Hotshot Dave, we're out. All right, guys, it's Hotshot. All right, I'm a little calmed down. Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. But most importantly, please, please, please share this video. We need every hotshot trucker to know what is right around the corner if you don't take it seriously. There is no one advocating for hotshot truckers and showing this kind of stuff like they are for the big guys. If that's what I have to start doing, that's what I have to start doing. I will still help you guys, you know, get started and tell you all that, but we are going to start. I'm going to start having a regulation. We're going to start talking regs here. We're going to start talking what's right and wrong, not how to start a trucking company. I'm going to change the name. And I've been thinking about this for a while, and this has just set me off. We're going to start talking and showing you guys how to do it safely and correctly and what the true regulations are. All right? Do me a favor, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell. We're out. Please pray for these guys. Please, please, please. Thanks, guys.